the raw truth of being a photographer in 2024. This video is not a planned video. It won't be a video with a lot of cuts. I probably won't even put music in this video. No edits, nothing. Obviously, I'm gonna cut out the parts where, I talk too much, but this is the harsh reality of being, or maybe say trying to become, a full-time car photographer. Because I'm not a full-time car photographer, I'm not gonna be here lying. Like, I've made some money, I got some clients, but it's nowhere near, being able to live off with photography. It's not easy, especially in 2024, where just AI is taking over day by day. Us photographers are the ones that get hurt the most, right? We can learn to use AI to our advantage, I agree, but it's kind of not more photography. It's a mix of weird things, you know. Also, there's other niches getting hurt by, AI, like copywriting or graphic design, just to name a few. But this is just focused on photography. I have a video about AI, um, and where I talk about AI. I'm gonna put it at the end of the video, so you can click and watch that one because it's very great. This we're just gonna be focused on the raw, harsh truth of, you know, of being in this photography world. And as I said, it's not easy because let's start talking about clients, right? So let's say you acquire this client, right? But most of them, from my experience, at least in Italy, they are gonna actually say, my friend can do it cheaper. I have the iPhone 15 Pro Max Plus extra HD 4K, right? And phones are also a problem because phones are getting so damn good that people who aren't photographers, they think that they are photographers, but they'll never be. Because okay, you get the camera, you get the gear, but you don't have the mindset, you don't have the vision, you don't have the leading lines, you don't have the frames, you don't know how to frame a subject, how to captivate the viewer's attention in order to bring his eye on the subject, and clean backgrounds. You don't know this. You just have gear, but you don't really have the mind. So they the clients for me is automotive people with cars, because I'm an automotive photographer, even though recently I started different niches, because photography is a very good niche. Like in photography, car photography is a very good photography niche, but I also want to experiment different niches because Italy is one of the worst countries in my opinion for car photography in Europe, because here good cars, let's say, are more rare, because in Italy they have these fucked up rules where you have to pay for more horsepower. Like, I'll just cut through this bullshit and just say to you that it's like twice or even three times more expensive to maintain a car here than it is like in Poland. Because I'm originally from Poland. I have my grandma here, my cousin, everything, and the cars there are three times cheaper to maintain. So here it's way, way, way less common. Like, it's common to see a modified car, but the dude is like very, very rich. So I don't know if you know what I mean. Like, so there's kind of less cars, less, like, there are, the Porsches, all this stuff, but these are like 70, 60 year olds. Like, most of them actually don't care as much, like this much about photography, right? They already have their own business, and they're not really car guys who like, bro, I need pictures of my car for Instagram, TikTok, I need to impress the girl I like. It's different here. So I really started like doing different niches, like street photography is amazing. Diving into this one, nature photography. I love nature photography because it's just so peaceful. Like you have no people who are, you know, distracting you or potentially bothering you. Um, but you need a different approach, right? Because you cannot charge. Like, who's gonna pay you? Nature, the I don't know, the animals. You need like take photos, and then you need to maybe sell those as prints or selling presets. Even though selling presets is like you can find presets on Etsy for very cheap. So I don't know, presets is. I think the best way is to teach your craft. That's what I created a Patreon for you. I'm gonna put the link in my bio. If you wanna learn how to take pictures like these, make sure to join it. I'll literally any questions you have, I'll reply to it. So yeah. So I was saying nature photography, I really love it because you're just in such a peaceful environment with nature, with the birds singing. It's very like mind, almost like I feel like today times like there's so much going on. Like you go to the city and there's so much chaos. Like I'm only 18 and I'm already like kind of going like finding places where there's like less drama, less chaos. You know what I mean? Like finding places where the humans never been, even though it's impossible, but you know, like less populated places. Even if when I go out with my best friend, you've seen him in my videos, we tend to go in places, in the nature because it's peaceful for the mind, just clears your mind. And, nature photography is really like when you have a clear mind, it's very more like pure. Like you're not in a rush. Like street photography, you need to be quick. You need to be quick and like obviously I can do it because I've been doing like the automotive photography that I've been doing most of the time is just when I travel, I go find some maybe cars parked on the streets. I take a couple of flicks, then I go there. Maybe I speak to a person and get the client. But nature is just different. You need patience. It's just like you can sit there and just wait. You just look at the whole landscape and just take pictures of whatever. Maybe you wait an hour there with your camera and there's a deer or an animal just passing and you take the photo of the deer. But yeah, uh, so another thing, actually, as I was saying before, man, clients, acquiring clients in 2024 is not easy because, as I said, the gear right now, the phones are so good and everything, man. You're gonna need to, I don't want to say like competing with price, because competing with price is like the worst shit ever. Because let's say the average price for a car photography service here is, I don't know, $100. Okay, I'm just making things up because I actually don't know any photographers or any good photographers in here in my city. So by saying I'm the best car photographer, like I'm not bragging, but literally I haven't seen any car photographers from here, where I live, in Pesquera del Garda. Like there are a few, but you know, it's not really professional level of pictures. But you need to outcompete the people in your area with quality. Don't outcompete them with price. There's always gonna be someone that's gonna do it for free. There's always gonna be the friend of a friend of a friend who's gonna do it for free. You need to like literally be the best. Also like develop a style so people recognize your pictures, right? Like straight up right away when they see a picture, they can tell if it's made by you, that guy, that guy. Don't use like watermarks. I don't think it's a good idea. Like the picture and you have like your watermark or your handwriting down. You can just erase it easily in Photoshop if someone wants to steal your work or stuff like this, or if you want to get recognized by your handwriting. It's better to get recognized by the style. If people recognize you by the style, Then, like for example, to quote someone, Mike Cravat, he's an amazing photographer. He's from Swiss, I think, or Austria. If I see one of his pictures, like if I would see one of his pictures without knowing his name, like I would tell you, oh, this is Mike Cravat, you know. Um, but yeah, build up a style so people can recognize you and get paid like more for, like, the style that you provide, the uniqueness, stuff like that, the quality, rather than because you're just cheap. Because nowadays clients can take a picture with the phone, but if you're like enough high value in terms of, you know, the pictures that you take and everything, they're gonna hire you, I feel like. And yeah, next thing, as I said, this is not a prepared video. I'm just like, this is like the truth, just thoughts that come to my head right now when I'm filming this. Another thing that like, mm, that you have to do, obviously, is okay. This thing, the Reels, Instagram Reels, the whole thing that didn't exist like 5 years ago, and I started 3 years ago. So when I started, Reels already started, to go up very, very fast. Like let's say 10 years ago, in like 2016, or like 8 years ago, their Reels didn't exist. TikTok didn't exist, so you could literally post a picture on Instagram, and the other day you could have like hundreds of followers, of new followers. Like the algorithm is so like fast paced now. You literally have to like bake. I'm gonna say bake because it's I have to bake so much content. Like obviously you're not like, you don't have to do it, but if you wanna be, you know, seen like every time someone opens the Instagram, and if you want them to see always your face or your pictures, your videos, you need to post. Like I post like 3 to 5 times a day on just Instagram Reels. I try to do like 2 3 stories a day, maybe. And also TikToks, also YouTube Shorts. YouTube videos is hard, man. Posting every day, like as a photographer, is hard, but as any creator, even like weekly, because how many ideas can you actually like? I'm not like, I'm not Peter McKinnon. I don't know everything. Even he doesn't know everything, but I know maybe a quarter of the things he knows, right? So I don't have that much knowledge. Like, I have knowledge, but I don't want to do like videos every day and just say the same shit same shit over and over, man. But yeah, I really want to bring like quality here. So yeah, what I was saying is quantity. You have to like do so much stuff. I feel like, the algorithm, everything's so fast paced. It's just insane. And this also like, mm, the fast paced algorithms and everything. This creates almost like an urge of keep posting, keep posting. So you kind of forget about the quality and just focus on the quantity. And this is like a bad thing for us photographers, because we tend to like, let's say I have some pictures laying on my SD card, even though they're not great, let's edit them and post them so I get a couple likes. Like I'm not like this. Like my reels, they're never like, I'm not gonna say low quality, but some of them are like random. So some of them are like more, let's say, targeted towards like kind of like the whole like car industry, photographers, just more random, more broad niches. And some of them are just strictly car photography or strictly just photography. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Basically, you have to post a lot of reels. What I feel like is the strategy. I don't know, people. I've heard very different things. I've heard post 6 times a day. I've heard post once a day. I've heard post once a week. But man, I don't know. I don't know. You can go all in on quality, and like quantity is very low. So you do one amazing reel, like 1 minute, full edited, like amazing light, and let's say you do two, three of them a week. But let's say this reel flops and does 2,000. I promise you, because it happened to me. When you put all of your energies into creating one video or one reel, and then it does like very bad or less than you expected, it's a bad experience. Like you're not gonna be very motivated next day to create more. So I prefer doing like, you know, almost like elevating my content in baby steps, so I grow simultaneously. I don't know if you know what I mean. But yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Like AI is everything right now is just so oversaturated. If you are, if you're still like if you're the best at what you do and you're great and you have a style, then nothing is oversaturated in my opinion. Like, you know, if you every I don't know, every let's say every so yeah, just I feel like as photographers we must keep grinding, like we must adapt to the algorithms now. You know what I'm saying? Because like maybe like a lot of old people, old heads, they're gonna say like, oh, but I want like the old Instagram or everything, so I'm gonna just post pictures, not do reels because reels deteriorate the quality of my images, and I'm a photographer, not a videographer. But these days, I really feel like as like photographers, we must not only develop the skill of photography, but also the skill of sales, videography, something I need to work on, copywriting, social media, managing, marketing, like just this whole thing. It's a pack. It's not just photography. You need to learn like the whole world, like you know what I mean. So yeah, in order to be the best or like at least to be noticed some shape or form. So yeah, these days are really like shitty as fuck because I'm so tired because bro, it's guys, it's raining like every single day here. It's been raining for like 4 days, and it's gonna rain for like other 4 days probably. I've seen, and the weather just impacts my mood so much. Like you don't like you because the only time I can record is inside the house. When there's no one in the house because it's kind of cringe for me to talk when my parents are there, or I don't know, you know what I mean. Uh, so I can't even go out because it's all wet. Then you get in the car, like, "Ah, I don't like this." Even going to the gym, like when it's raining, like I don't want to go there. Like I hate rain. I absolutely hate rain. 'Cause the car then it gets all dirty, and but yeah, I'm gonna drop this video for you. It's probably gonna be one of my longest videos, as I said, very small level of editing, very little editing, because I want it just to be, as real as it is. You know what I mean? You just get my thoughts, you know, it's like I'm speaking to myself almost, because sometimes, like very often, I'll speak to myself, and I speak like to myself in different languages like English, Italian, Polish, but mainly in English, to be honest. And sometimes I just go for a walk, and I just have a full on conversation with myself for like 20 minutes like this. And these are the things that I would probably say, if I would have a conversation about how photography is going in 2024 and where it's headed, you know? So yeah, I would just say these things about being like, adapting to the algorithm, even though it's not the best for us photographers right now. It's kind of treating us kind of bad, and everything. As I said, of clients, the clients that most of them, they think they're photographers, but they're really not, as I explained. And yeah, man, I'm just gonna go right now, edit this video, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Comment below, man. Comment below if you're enjoying these videos because it really motivates me to, do more stuff like this. Because, when nobody comments, it's like, I don't even know if the video is good. Like, is the audio good? Is the quality? Like, I know everything will be improved. Trust me, in like a couple years, months. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this and see you in the next one.